Hello, hello.
What's up, fags?
Welcome, everybody, to the first episode.
Howdy do.
Wow, let's get started. I'm here with my husband, Bob,
Yo.
and I am your host, Jill Regot, and this is the Big Sex Pod.
So, Jill, besides for that fart that just happened, before we start this podcast, I think we need to address the elephant in the room.
What elephant?
Well, that elephant would be that I've been pronouncing my name wrong all these years.
Okay, so explain.
Okay, so my given name is Robert Regot.
You mean to tell me my name is Jill Regot?
Yeah, and I am also Robert Regot, and this whole time I've been going by the name Bob Regot.
What the fuck?
Yeah.
Why is it Regot
there's
and
a
not
whole
Regot?
Spanish part of the family that we never met.
How come
and,
I didn't know about this?
Well, I don't tell you everything, Jill, and I'm not about to start telling you now.
Well, okay, I mean, but is it really like that hard to just say before we get married? Like, oh, hey,
Yeah.
by the way, my name is not Bob Regot, it's Robert Regot, and you're going to be Jill Regot.
Yes, Jill. It kind of is a little bit hard to tell you this because you know I'm a private guy.
Yes, I know.
There's very little that I give a fuck about.
Yes, we're both private people, Bob. This is actually a good way for us to segue into the podcast because this is something we wanted to discuss on the first episode here. How you and I are both very private people.
Very private.
And a lot of people who are friends with us on social media who come to the Big Sex Pill store, they don't really see us all the time.
Nope.
And they are wondering if Bob and Jill are real people.
Right, yeah, no, they never see us. They never see us.
Because we don't really change our profile pictures on social media, if you noticed.
Right, no, because...
but Bob, actually, you've changed your social media
I did.
Profile picture recently.
I did.
Would you like to talk about that a little bit?
Yes, actually, so... Nobody really knows this yet, but actually, you might know this.
They probably know.
We actually have an ongoing conversation with the amateur rap group War Rack
From Rhode Island. Yep, from Rhode Island.
And it just keeps coming back to us where they hit us.
They hit us up
on private message on Facebook and tell us we're fake profiles
all the time.
So just to prove to them that we're not that I have to prove anything to them, but just to prove that, we're not fake, I changed my profile picture. I took a recent photo and I changed the profile picture so that they know, Big Bob ain't someone to fuck around with, Like, I've been trying to tell these guys for a long time.
Should we actually start telling the story about you, me, brown asshole, and Warbrack? Because I know most of this podcast is about that. So should we start telling that story now?
Yes, we should. But we want to start at the right spot. So where do we even start with this? Let's talk about when we met first, and then we'll kind of segue into that.
Yeah, we can start talking about when we met. I think what's going to end up happening is we're going to get to a part of the story that's kind of in the middle, and throughout the podcast it's going to seem kind of scattered around, but I think once we get a lot of the story told, the bigger picture is going to come into focus.
Yes. So sorry about that fart, by the way, but
it's okay.
Can you smell that?
Yes, Bob, I can smell it.
So
it's good.
Why don't you start off talking about how we met then?
Okay. So we met through promoter Joe, right?
Yep, promoter Joe.
He was promoting my brand as an actress, and he was also working with Bob
On the big sex
on Big
pill.
Sex Pill.
Yep.
But you guys had like a falling out, right?
Big time falling out.
Yeah.
I gave him $6,000 and he stole it from me, only to come back about 2 years later and say, "Look, I promoted Big Sex Pill for you. I'm
Promoter
Promoter
Joe.
Joe."
That was his
Which I don't know. I
catchphrase.
don't know what the guy does, but
Weird
it
guy.
took him 2 years to promote it.
He's a
But like
weird
the guy
guy.
did a phenomenal job.
He does.
So I am grateful for Promoter
You
Joe
gotta be.
because one, I met you through him,
Yeah.
and two, he really put Big Sex Pill on the map in a
did.
way that Warrack could only dream of being put on a map.
I mean, I've always wondered, like, what exactly Promoter Joe did because, like, Big Sex
Yeah.
Pill is huge.
Yep.
It is huge.
It's
I don't think.
ginormous.
I don't even think that. I don't think like Walrack or any of those guys, brown
None of them.
asshole.
None of
like
them.
I don't think they understand.
don't
like,
understand.
how huge
It's big.
Big Sex Pill really is.
It's so big.
But anyways,
It's big.
okay. So around that time,
Yep. Okay.
we were working with Promoter Joe,
Yep.
and you were actually married at the time, right?
Yes, I was married to my 7th wife.
Your seventh wife.
Yep. Don't judge me.
Jesus Christ.
We got a divorce because you know me. I farted on my daughter's head.
What the fuck, Bob? Really?
Yes, I farted right on my daughter's head.
Really?
And there were other things too that were happening around the house. At the time, I was experimenting with my butt.
Why am I not surprised?
Yeah, I was experimenting with farts. We were doing experiments of like seeing if like two pieces of feces were in a close proximity to each other. Was there some sort of like electromagnetic field around them, allowing the poop to communicate with each other, which we found out there was? And what does feces say to each other?
Ooh, this is fascinating.
Yeah, and this is the reason why my 7th wife divorced me.
And you know what? This is the reason why I love you, too.
Yes, well, I appreciate your loyalty, Jill. So fast forward a few months later after the divorce, and we're already in the midst of this huge feud
Yes.
between Brown Asshole, Warrack, and you and I are somewhere in the middle of it. We decided we're going to get married.
We were in the group chat, right? It was normal brown asshole, Wolrack banter happening. But we were already in this. It was a group chat that we were in, and we announced that we got married that day,
Yep.
right?
Right
and
in the chat. Right in the chat.
What happened after that? Because I can't even. I'm still angry. I'm still angry about it to this day.
Fucking Josh. Fucking
I
Josh.
want him dead. I want him dead.
Right. So fucking Iffy posts a picture of a gun as a wedding gift to us in the group chat. Posted the picture of the gun.
It was our
and
wedding gift.
Josh.
Our wedding gift. He destroyed our wedding.
Yeah, he didn't. He complained about it. He said, "Oh, yo, we don't do this. We don't post guns in here. We're not about that."
I was so mad. He ruined the whole day. I was so mad.
Absolutely, just ruined our day. It just ruined our day. The whole day was ruined after that.
Like, who the fuck are you to come into somebody's wedding day
Who the fuck?
and tell them after somebody graciously posted a picture of a gun as a wedding gift and say, we don't do that.
Right.
Who the fuck are you to even come into the group chat and say that? Like that.
How fucking dare you? How fucking dare you? And you know what, Josh? We did not forget about this. We did not forget about this. And I want you to know that Jill still wants your fucking head on a fucking platter. Yeah. And I will give it to her on our 10th anniversary. And I will make sure that there's poop in your mouth.
Okay, so I don't need his head on a platter. And I don't need there to be poop in his mouth. What I need is an apology for ruining our wedding day. Just I'd like I've never had a worse day in my life. That's my wedding day.
Yeah.
It's supposed to be the best day of my life.
Right. Yeah.
How are you gonna come over here
Oh my God.
and talk about guts like they're not a wedding gift?
You see what you're doing, Josh? You see, this is still affecting her. This is still affecting. You're making my wife cry right now.
Guns are
Apologize.
wedding gifts.
This is a public. This is me publicly asking you to apologize, and it needs to be a public apology. I don't care like how you do it, but it needs to be a public apology. Because if you don't apologize, the whole world's gonna know. The whole world. All the guy did, all he did was flash a gun in the group chat. It wasn't like he was giving us the gun.
He
wasn't giving it to us. He just flashed the gun to show everybody in the group chat that he had one.
Yeah.
And that if Warrack really was about that beef, then we could take it to that next level and somebody can get shot.
Exactly.
But, oh no, not Josh.
Not Josh.
Josh is not about that.
Not
Josh said no guns. We don't do that in this group chat.
Mr. Virtuous Josh over here.
Bullshit.
Mr.
Yes,
Josh.
we do. Yes, we do. We had to show everybody that Bob and Jill's wedding was a cause for celebration.
That's right.
And we celebrated by threatening Warrack with guns.
That's right. And you know what? Warrack deserved to be threatened with guns. Because going on in the future, what Warrack did to me, what they did to me, it was more than called for. And for Josh to even step out of line like that, he should have known his place in the group chat. Everybody should have known their place beneath me and Bob.
That's right.
Everybody. But you know what? I think what we need to do, Bob, is in the next episode of this podcast, we need to go into detail about the whole story behind, or start it anyways, about Brown Asshole, Warrack, and everything that happened. Yeah. And I think maybe we should just, in this episode, we should talk about who Warrack is and explain to people exactly why they deserve to have a gun flashed at them in the group chat, and why Josh was out of line and ruining our wedding by saying what he said about guns in the group chat.
Uncalled for.
He said, oh no, we don't do that. We're not about that. Not in this group chat. Fuck you, Josh. Fuck you.
It's unspeakable. It's unspeakable, you know? But yeah, I like that. I think that's a good idea. We should definitely get into that in the next episode, which I think is the right time to bring into this segment of the podcast that we have titled Letters for Warrack.
Oh, for Warrack.
But actually, real quick before we actually get into that, Jill.
Yeah?
Can I just say I'm glad that you stopped fucking crying because you sounded so fucking dumb.
Oh my God. I can't believe you just said that to me.
Yeah, well, it's true. So anyways, for in this segment, Letters for Warrack, it's not actually letters to Warrack, it's letters to us written. It's kind of like stories written about Warrack to us, and sent to us. So we're gonna read these stories, and I think we're gonna end off the podcast today. With these stories.
Because we have quite a few of them.
Right? Yeah, we got quite a few of them. Going forward in the next episodes, we'll probably do one or two, depending on how many we get per week about Warrack. I mean, these are some pretty fucking. If you think Bob is bad for farting on his daughter's head, wait until you hear some of the shit that people are writing about Warrack and some of the things that these guys did. All right, so I don't know, Jill. Do you wanna read the first letter?
Yeah, sure. Let me pull this out. All right. All right. Oh, yeah. This one. We read this one together.
Oh, yep. I remember this one. I do. So, real quick before she reads this, actually, so everybody knows there are four members of War Rack, and their leader is Billy Palazzo. Then there's Devin East, Joshua Martinson, and Jay Nasty. I believe this letter right here is for
Devin.
Devin East, right?
Yes, Devin East. Yeah.
Okay. All right. Yeah, go ahead. Read it.
Okay. All right. So before I read this, I just wanted to give a warning real quick. If you are easily offended, I suggest maybe you click off the page now because this is not for the faint of heart. Okay. This actually it's two in one. Okay. There's one very short message for Devin, and then there's a story about Devin here. So the first one, I'm not gonna say their names. I'm gonna keep these people anonymous, for the sake of their privacy. The first one says, "You should be ashamed of yourself, Devin, molesting children and raping them. You're a disgusting human being, and I hope you enjoy prison, buddy." All right, so
Yep. Crazy.
I think now you're getting the gist of the type of person that Devin is and the type of people that we're dealing with as far as war rack goes.
I hope
All right, so
so.
the second letter here, it's anonymous. It says, "Devin raped me, and he didn't stop for hours. He told me he was a gay fag, and I was horrified. Every stroke was like being coated in an aura of filth so thick that it would never wash away. My virtue was taken from me. Every choice I make from this point forward will be colored by this one act. The worst part, though, was not even that. My daughter, who was only 4 years old, heard the ruckus and came in. With no time to think, Devin yanked out of my posterior and leapt on my daughter like a tiger. You have destroyed my family and our mental health. I could still hear her screams masked by Devin's grunts and groans as he entered my only daughter's loins. The bill will come due."
It's terrible. Absolutely terrible. Can't even believe.
That's powerful.
Yeah.
That's powerful. I mean, I can almost feel like the emotion in those words.
Right. Yeah,
Like
you can.
this,
Right, you can almost feel like the pain
the
in those
pain.
words. You know.
Yeah.
I mean, I
Yeah.
think that me and you we got two different things from that.
Well,
Like,
yeah, you were
I
laughing.
just to
You were
make it
laughing.
clear, I was not laughing at the content. I don't know exactly what
Oh,
I was
Bob.
laughing at.
Oh my
I
God.
think it was that there is somebody out there so ridiculous that they would partake in
You know what? That would
this
make you
type of
laugh.
behavior.
That would be the thing that
But
makes Bob laugh, honestly.
yeah, so yeah, that's that. Shall we get into the next one then?
Please, let's move on. Let's move
All right,
along.
yes. So I have one here, and this one also is for Devin.
Oh, good.
Okay. It says this. Devin informed my wife that he would rape her and compel her to bear his children so that he could rape and impregnate them
Oh my
at
God.
a tender age of 12.
Bob, why are you laughing? This is not funny. Stop. It's not funny.
I'm sorry. I just can't believe somebody would say this to so.
Oh my
All right,
God.
I'm sorry. Hold on.
Just read it, please.
Just so I can make it clear, there is nothing funny about rape. Okay, there is no circumstance where rape is funny unless you're saying to me, "You're gonna take my dad's ass by force."
Oh my God.
Okay.
Come on.
It's a bit of an absurdity and like the extremeness of a situation that would make rape funny, but this is not funny. Okay, so I'm gonna start it over. Okay.
All right. Let's go.
Okay.
Bob, come on. It's not funny.
Okay, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. One more time. One more time. Devin, you're fucked up. I'll just say that. Devin informed my wife that he would rape her and compel her to bear his children.
Bob, it's not funny. Give it to me. I will read it.
Okay, no, you read it. You read it, Jill. I can't even. I can't
Seriously,
even read it. I can't even
there's
read
nothing
it.
funny about somebody who's this sick. He's a sick guy. Like, he's sick.
All right, all right.
right.
I know. I know. Go ahead. You read it.
I will read it. This is what it says.
All right.
Devin informed my wife that he would rape her and compel her to bear his children so that he could rape and impregnate them at the tender age of 12 years old. He revealed to my wife that he has abused, raped, and murdered 42 children, over 30 adult women, and 20 adult males. Devin is a serial rapist who targets individuals based on their color and socioeconomic status. Devin leaves a calling card after each rape, along with a text message, including a death threat against his victims if they ever come forward.
Oh my God.
Devin has been known to dig deep trenches, drug youngsters at the park, drag them into the holes, and savagely rape them in silence while duct taping their lips shut and whispering that they are losers, and that is why this is happening. The loser, the true loser, though, is Devin, and I will ensure that he loses everything.
Wow, what a loser he
Jesus.
is. Such a loser.
This is,
Yeah. I'm sorry.
wow.
I'm sorry. I didn't mean to laugh again. I can't help myself.
Yeah, you're gonna need to pull yourself together. I seriously, I need you to regain your composure. There's,
You're
I'm
right.
gonna say it again. There is nothing funny about that.
I know.
That
I know.
is
I'm sorry.
the most disgusting thing I've ever read in my entire life, Bob. Why are you laughing? Like,
Don't.
I
know.
understand that you find like absurd human behavior to be like oddly hilarious,
That's
but
what it is.
this is not funny. Like
I know,
this
I'm
is
sorry.
like, it's true. This is true. This is truly who Devin East is.
Yeah.
And it's sick. And I'm sad for him. And I'm sad for these people who have had to go through this.
I know. I'm sorry. I
I'm
can't.
not laughing.
I know.
It's not funny.
All right. You're right. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. You know what?
Please read the next one.
Okay.
Please.
All right. No, I will read. I will read the next one.
Okay, you read it. Please read it.
So yeah, this one is also for Devin.
Oh,
okay.
good. Let's go.
All right. It says this. I cannot think of a more repulsive human being than
Bob,
Devin.
come on. Read this. I'm going to read.
I'm sorry. I'm gonna get through this. I'm gonna
All
get
right.
through this. Okay. Never before had I met anyone who so brazenly admitted to raping, murdering, and molesting anyone.
It's not funny. It's not funny. Don't laugh. Don't laugh.
Whether they were a child, an adult, a woman, or a man. I'm gonna do this.
All right.
All right. I'm sorry.
Okay.
Devin has also confessed to raping animals.
I'm gonna give it to me. Give it to me. I'm gonna read it.
I'm sorry.
Let me read it.
No,
Let me read it.
Let me read
No,
it.
I will read it.
I got it. I got this. I got
Okay.
this. Devin has also confessed to raping animals for sex. See, I got that.
Good job,
Which he finds enjoyable.
Bob. Come on.
Okay, no. I'm sorry. All right. To my knowledge, Devin has never gotten off unless he was sexually entering someone against their
Oh my
will.
God.
Oh, hell no, I thought. He'll try to do this to me. I can tell you that I had some seriously scary thoughts. He overpowered me and drugged me.
It's not funny. It's not funny.
Unfortunately, I had already smeared
Dude.
feces into my vagina.
Oh my God.
for him to rub around him.
The fuck is wrong
He
with you?
attempted to enter me. Yo, this fuck. Jill, did you write this
no.
one? The fuck?
No, I didn't write it.
Yo.
I didn't write it. That's
Come on, no, come on. No, that one.
It's not funny.
Like,
It's not funny.
that's not funny.
It's not. No.
Like, this is something you would say.
No,
Jill.
this is something every woman says when they're.
All right.
Whenever a woman is about to be raped, they say they smear feces in their vagina. Every woman says that.
I mean, the only woman I ever heard say that was you. But I mean, if you say so, I'll just take your word for it on that one. Jill, why don't you read the next one? I think I might need a little break on this.
Okay. Yeah.
for a
No,
minute.
I will read the next one. Okay. So. We're going to be moving along here. And actually, this next one is for Billy Palazzo. All right? Let's see here. Another
Billy.
anonymous writer. I know who it, they leave their name, but I'm not going to say it because of privacy.
Right, yeah.
All right, so it goes like this. And once again, everybody, I just want to make it clear that, you know, if you aren't easily offended, feel free to just leave the room or the podcast and you don't have to listen to this. We're really just trying to make a point about who Warbrack is so that everybody understands why it was appropriate to wave the gun in the chat room.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay,
Jill.
so it says this. Everyone knows that Billy is a shit eater. I invited him out to dinner for a business meeting and he accepted. But he brought his own food because Billy didn't want to eat out. After taking out a lunchbox and starting to unpack it, he was told by the restaurant staff that they did not allow this. Billy's anger grew to the point where he needed to talk to the manager. When the manager came over, declaring that they identified as homosexuals using the they-them pronouns, Billy didn't hesitate to invite him into the restroom.
Wow.
After 17 minutes in the stall, they emerged and Billy was given permission to eat his mother's cooking.
Okay.
He produced what appeared to be 3 large turds and proceeded to eat them while sitting at the table.
What the fuck?
All right, I mean, that's just disturbing.
Yeah, that's weird.
I'm surprised you're not laughing, Bob.
No, I mean, I don't know. It's
yeah,
different.
no, that's disturbing. Like, what the fuck kind of all right, so we're dealing with 2 completely different individuals. One who has some weird obsession with raping people. And the other one is like, I don't know, he's just weird.
Yeah.
He eats shit, I guess.
I guess. I mean, I don't know. I mean, it's a lot different than what we were dealing with Devin.
Yeah, I would say.
All right, so I think this is the last one actually, and
Okay.
Wow, this one's actually the longest.
Oh boy, here we
all right,
go.
so yeah, I'm gonna read this one. Okay,
Can you get through it?
I think I can get through it. I think
Okay.
I've composed myself enough where I'm gonna laugh. I'm not gonna laugh. You know what it was? I think, Jill.
What?
I think that the whole thing with Devin, it just took me completely off guard. Like I was not really expecting. Like I wasn't expecting all that. You know,
I don't think anybody is
that
going
was
to
like too much. You know?
I don't think anyone's going to expect that.
But all right, so let's read this next one. Okay.
Yeah, please. Let's move
All right.
along.
So this is about Billy, Billy Palazzo, the leader of Warrack. In case you don't know.
Yeah.
All right. It goes like this. My child.
Seriously?
I'm sorry. No, okay. It's fucked up because it starts off as my child.
Well, I get it.
I think it's like, all right, never mind. All right.
I get it. I get it.
Okay.
Yeah, go ahead.
My child was targeted. Hold on, one more time.
Oh
my
God.
child.
Oh my God.
My child. All right.
I get it.
Okay.
No, I no.
So, like, what the fuck is wrong with these guys?
Yeah, for real. No, I understand. I understand.
All right, so this is Billy Palazzo. This was written for him or about him. Okay.
Yeah. Okay. Here we go.
My child was a target for Billy Palazzo, who apparently thought he could get away with being brutal to kids. 4 months ago, I made Billy my babysitter.
Wow.
After reading up on Billy, I was not planning on hiring him. However, after hearing his tragic backstory about having to deal with being a D-list celebrity, I changed my mind and decided to give him a shot. He told me that his little sister had cancer and that.
Oh.
Okay, all right.
Okay. Come on. Come on,
He
Bob.
told me that his little sister had cancer.
Oh my God.
Okay, I'm sorry.
No,
It's
I
not
get
funny.
it.
It's not funny. Okay.
No, it's
If
not.
it's true,
That's
that's sad. It's sad.
yeah, truly.
He told me that his little sister had cancer and that the only reason he started rapping was to earn money for her treatment. I wouldn't do it that way, but I respected Billy's success and appreciated the sincerity of his motivation. He explained to
Okay.
me that he was short on cash because someone had recently bought the rights to the name Warrack from out from underneath him.
Oh.
Okay, so hold on. Before I continue,
Yeah, that was us. That was
this
us.
is something that me and Jill are right.
I should have said that, huh?
Yeah.
Oh God. All right.
Yeah,
Yeah.
this is something that all right, so
Explain
the
it.
whole
Explain it.
story about Warrack Brown Asshole goes into this line right here
Right.
specifically. He
Woo.
explained to me that he was short on cash because someone had recently bought the rights to the name
Oh
Warrack
my God.
from under him.
I can't believe that
Okay,
showed up.
that's very important. That's a very important line. I want everybody to remember that. If you're not going to remember anything else, please remember that because
It is
if
pretty.
none of this is true, that is true.
Yeah. No, that is an important
Okay.
line. I can't believe that showed up like that. Continue.
It was then that I asked myself, what kind of a person would I be if I didn't give this young man a chance? I felt so bad for Billy. At first, I thought he was sincere, but now I see him for what he really is, a vicious sociopath with violent tendencies who needs to spend the rest of his life locked away in a mental institution.
Oh my God. Oh my God.
Okay. On the first night, Billy attempted to molest my 2-year-old.
What the
God
fuck?
damn, Billy.
For real.
Not until he tried to eat my dog's feces in the kitchen
What?
and had raped my dog for an entire week
What?
did I realize that he was attempting this. When I returned home, the odor puzzled me. There was dog poop on the floor in the awkward spot between the fridge and the sink.
What the fuck spot is that?
So I went to talk to the dog and reassure him that everything was fine.
Oh my God. Oh,
All right.
oh, the
My
fuck is
2-year-old
he?
was sitting on the couch one day and I wondered where Billy was. The odd thing was that when I called for him, he came out of the bathroom immediately, followed by my dog.
Oh God. What is he doing
In
with the
jest,
dog?
I asked, "You're not having sex with my dog in there, are you?"
Of course.
Oh my
doesn't.
God. It was a joke, but Billy was so amused by it, he was nearly in tears.
Wow.
And while I could only muster a fake laugh, we both had a good time, but I thought to myself, how curious is that? The next day, I came home to find things had gotten seriously strange. When I walked in, there was a blood-splattered, tattered, and otherwise unusable copy of Hitler's Mein Kampf sitting on the counter.
Of course there was.
Again, Billy and my dog Hercules emerged from the restroom simultaneously.
Yeah. Well, of course. That laugh. It's funny. I
Yeah,
know.
you gotta be that part's kind of funny. Like, what the hell is
Okay.
going on with the dog and him in the bathroom? All
It's
right.
kind of not funny though.
I'm sure there's something to it in this story.
There must.
This is
Yeah,
pretty long.
there must be.
Billy smiled, showing his teeth. When I asked him about the book, I could see a brown substance. Oh, wait, hold on. Actually, I read that wrong. Billy smiled and showed his teeth when I asked him about the book. I could see a brown substance in his mouth, and I immediately suspected that he was raping my dog and eating
What
his
the
shit.
fuck? What is this story?
Without any prodding, he explained right away that he had chocolate in his mouth.
Oh my God. I'm disturbed.
All right. All right. Oh, good, I exclaimed. I'm glad it's not dog shit. Again, Billy
Oh my
laughed until
god.
he had tears streaming down his face. He collapsed to one knee and appeared to be having a seizure, but instead, he just stopped laughing. I was very concerned for him. Such an odd young man. And I think I expressed my worries to Billy when I sent him home that night, but he just brushed it off like I had said nothing at all.
Wow.
When I got home the next day, I found Billy trying to feed my son while naked.
What?
He had feces on his dick.
Oh.
Feces on his teeth.
Oh my god.
Feces on the spoon he was using to feed my son with.
I'm traumatized. I'm
The
traumatized by the
stench
story.
of defecation drove me to confront Billy.
Yeah, you think?
There, I held my son and told him to leave my home immediately. I also informed him that he had been fired.
Well, I hope so.
At that, Billy got angry, snatched my son away from me, and stormed out of the house. I chased Billy down the driveway, and
Oh
it
my
turns out
God.
that he just wanted to lick the dog poop that he had gotten accidentally
What?
on my son's face while
What
eating.
the fuck is
The
this?
fuck? The image was extremely unsettling and will remain in my mind forever. He handed my
Yeah.
son over to me and then departed. I hope I never see or hear from him again, but I just had to tell my story. My dog was being savagely raped
Oh my
to the
god.
point where he was shitting all over the place.
Sheesh. My god, what's
When I
going on
checked
in
the
this story?
surveillance footage, I saw that Billy was doing this repeatedly every day, then eating almost all the dog shit.
I'm glad you're enjoying yourself, Bob. I'm traumatized.
Billy, a young man with severe mental health issues, would benefit from professional treatment or even incarceration.
You think? You fucking
You
think?
think?
Exact.
Oh my God.
God.
Jill, have you ever heard anything more crazy in your whole life?
No, but you know what? This was what we were talking about earlier with Wartrack, and the reason why the gun was shown in the group as a wedding gift to us. And I hope that now everybody has like more of a sense of the reason to
Yeah.
why we were so upset over Josh saying what he said.
Right. Because there was really no call for it. Knowing now what he should have known back then, which we all kind of got a sense of it, like that these are extremely disturbed individuals who like you may need to flash a gun to deter them away from you. And the fact that we have Warrack like in our like private messages on social media is kind of disturbing me a little bit, but you know what? That's okay because, there's a whole backstory to it, and we're actually going to get into that in the next episode. But I think that for now, this has been enough for today. So, Jill, without further ado, would you like to take us on out?
Yes, I would. Just one more
Great.
thing that I do want to mention once more about that situation is that, you know,
What?
the flashing of the gun in the group chat, it was never to deter Warrack, even though they are disturbed individuals.
Yeah.
It was done as a wedding gift for us. And that is
Yeah.
the sole reason why I am so angry at Josh for what he did
Fuck
and how
you,
he
Josh.
ruined our wedding.
Fuck you,
But-
Josh. Fuck you.
We'll get into more of that next
Right.
time.
Yeah, we'll get into it next time.
But this has been the first episode of Big Sex Pod. If you enjoyed the episode, I would really want you to subscribe to us wherever you listen to podcasts. Leave a comment, and please share. Share this, and share this
Oh,
because
yeah. Absolutely.
we're on to something big here. And I think this is the only way that we're really going to be able to spread the message that we have
Yeah.
here. And
Yeah, absolutely.
also, I just want to say that if you know anybody who is a disturbed individual or somebody who is a victim of rape or anything like that, please do not hesitate to get these people help.
Yes,
They need it.
they do. They truly
They
do.
deserve it. And
Well, maybe they don't, but
it would be better for our society
it would
if, like,
definitely,
this type of thing was taken
yeah,
care of.
it would definitely
So,
benefit our society.
yeah, that is it. This has been the
That's
first
it.
episode of Big Sex Pod. I hope everybody enjoyed it. I am
Yeah.
your host, Jill Regot,
And I'm Bob.
and we will see you next time.
Next time, that's right.
Good night,
Good night.
or good morning, or good afternoon, whatever.
Yep. All right. Later.